across the board. The mountains a little cooler, but still mid 50s. That's warm for this time of year. Upper 70s as we head to the high desert. So as we get a closer look right here at the basin and the metro area, you'll see your hour by hour forecast in the 60s. In the 50s, and then first thing in the morning, sunshine with 60-degree temperatures. As we get a closer look at our hour-by-hour forecast, as we head into the next little bit here, you'll notice along the coast overnight, we're really only in the 60s. It's very mild. And then first thing in the morning as the sun comes up, we're expecting upper 60s, 70s, and even 80s by the time we head into about 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 81 in Santa Monica, 84 in Marina del Rey, and only getting warmer later in the day. And as we head to the basin, you'll see downtown 64, Hollywood 63, Baldwin Hills 62. And as we head to Linwood, we are also at 62 in the early morning hours. Now, we stop the clock at lunchtime, and we're already well into the 80s with more warming to go throughout the afternoon. Long Beach already at 84, Beverly Hills 86, and downtown at 83. So we're keeping it warm all week long. It could be one of the hottest Super Bowls on record. Come Sunday, you'll see mid-80s in Inglewood. And my 7-day forecast for the beaches, basin, and the valleys, 80s and 90s. We're 15 to 20 degrees above average for this time of year. And next week, a little bit of a cool down. We'll be talking more about that and this. Yep. Maybe a chance of rain, maybe, coming up in just a little bit. But for now, Padawan, back to you.
Okay, we're betting on those chances. Well, coming up, a shocking case of excessive force.
A man tased by local deputies while he's on the phone with 911.
They are threatening me, they're harassing me, and they are illegally detaining me.
The video and details of a settlement next.
I absolutely hated pricking my fingers.
You get these calluses and these sores.
Pick a finger, you know. Which one you gonna hurt today?
Once I was able to use Dexcom, I could simply monitor on my phone, and I didn't have to prick.
I'm not relying on a finger.
The Prius, maybe? Yeah, it's gotta be the Prius. The lights are out. Oh no, he said he's exiting Hill. I think it's the Prius. Yeah, it's got to be the Prius. Wow. Assignment desk, we're over it. It's stolen. Exiting. Northbound on Beaudry from 3rd. Beaudry at Temple. Beaudry at Sunset, and maybe slowing down here just a touch. Nope, just to clear the intersection. And turning onto Sunset. westbound on Sunset from Beaudry. If he slows down significantly, the LAPD has been authorized to perform a pit maneuver.
Old, antiquated section with no lights on. In fact, still no lights on this Prius as he makes a turn, I believe, onto westbound Temple right now. And so no lights on, an allegedly stolen vehicle coming out of Highland Park. Already came down to downtown LA once and then doubled back on the 110 and then came back south. So this is the first time now that we've made a turn away from downtown and towards the northwest here. Really dangerous high speeds on surface streets here with this stolen vehicle, Juan and Pat.
And it's pretty crazy, as you say, no lights on, driving at high speeds. All right, he just put on the, thought he was going to stop for a second there, put on the brake. But LAPD involved in this. I know you said the 110 does, but I imagine CHP is not involved because it's, again, this vehicle's on surface streets.
Yeah, that's right. This is an LAPD pursuit, and I should mention this person's already crashed one time. It doesn't matter a time before we see another collision at the rate that we're going right now.
Yeah, it seems like Desmond, he only taps his brakes when he has to, when he reaches one of those intersections there. Did we see something happen here?
It looks like did he sideswipe a car? He got really close.
It was really close there. This guy's going so crazy. We're trying to reposition and keep up with this guy. Went right underneath us, which is always kind of difficult. So I had to go wide there.
We saw something going on when you widened out. Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay, let's see what he's going to do.
So now you get a little better shot of the damage here on the front of that Prius. You can see ran into a vehicle there and it kept going. It's unclear if that was a parked car or someone else that.
I absolutely hated pricking my fingers.
You get these calluses and these sores.
Pick a finger, you know. Which one you going to hurt today?
Once I was able to use Dexcom, I could simply monitor on my phone, and I didn't have to prick.
I'm not relying on a finger stick.
There is an LAPD helicopter. They've been going back and forth. I think they're going back into tracking mode just because that got so dangerous again. And what that means when they're in tracking mode, they're not going to have a spotlight on this vehicle to try. The whole idea is to try to keep the driver from driving the way that they're driving right now. So they've backed off once again. It sounds like they're in tracking mode. You can see there's no black and whites behind this vehicle at the moment. The helicopter is still overhead, but they're kind of incognito with their spotlight off as we are on the 2 freeway, and we're going to be coming up to the 5. So, and just so frustrating how dark it is out. It really might be exiting at San Fernando Road and blasting right through the well, he did have a green light there at least. So southbound now on San Fernando Road off of the 2. Looks like he's going to be getting right back on.
Yeah, you know, it's so dark.
It's so dark.
Desmond, we can't even tell. I thought he was going to make a turn and go down a side street, but now he's going back on the freeway.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, back on the freeway, and it almost seems like this driver is finding every dark corner of the city right now. I feel like there's more lights illuminating the freeways normally, but perhaps not. You know, there's not a lot of traffic out right now. Kind of getting late in the evening. We're on the 2 freeway, which is sparsely traveled at this time of night, and you got a car with no lights on, so making it very difficult to track. Now he's going to get off at the next exit. I think this is going to be at the Verdugo exit. We'll see what this person does, but you've seen the risks that this driver is willing to take here, driving this little hybrid Prius about as crazy as you can. Already got in one crash, and it's hard to imagine how they don't get into another at the rate this is going.
This car has pretty good gas mileage too, Desmond, so it can go for a while.
You know what? Did
yeah,
you notice?
Absolutely.
Since you've been on the air with us, Desmond, this driver seems to get off the freeway, get back on surface streets, then get back on the freeway, trying to keep up with exactly where he is. Is he staying? And I say he. I don't know if we've confirmed that, but is this the same vicinity? Do they seem to be staying, in the same area? Is there a pattern?
We are getting back into the same area where this first was picked up, where it was LAPD's Northeast Division that first picked up and tried to pull over this vehicle before they decided to take off. So we're basically back in the Northeast jurisdiction here as we're on Verdugo Road, headed north and cutting right between those two vehicles there. Imagine just, minding your own business, and here comes this little Prius with no headlights on, squeezing right between you, and no LAPD units still. So it seems like the goal of tracking mode is not working right now. The whole idea of kind of monitoring, surreptitiously is to prevent this kind of driving. So, but this person continues to drive like this. So they may be getting ready to re-engage again. I'm listening to. We'll see if some lights and sirens creep back back into the picture here. Now we're headed up towards the Eagle Rock area. I think we're northbound on Figueroa now at this point. And,
can we have the tracker?
Yeah, it's a scary one.
Desmond, I'm just asking about. We don't seem to have it on right now. That would certainly help in trying to discern where this person
northbound
is.
Yeah, I apologize for that. We don't.
Not you.
We don't have that at the moment, Pat. But
okay.
We're headed westbound on Colorado. We were on Eagle Rock Boulevard there, and now we're westbound on Colorado. So we're in Eagle Rock on a pretty crowded street here. There's a lot of restaurants and shopping out here right now. A fairly high traffic pedestrian area as well, and still no headlights on. Getting ready to cross back underneath the 2 freeway here. Really driving it like they say, Juan and Pat, driving it like it's stolen.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if somebody may be on the phone with this driver, and perhaps they see our coverage and they know that if we're above, maybe police are as well, and they're just trying to get away from police. But this is the pursuit of a stolen Prius. It started in Highland Park, as Des was saying, went through downtown LA for a while. There was at least one collision in Highland Park. And Pat, we saw, as he was repositioning the camera, a possible side swipe of yet another vehicle. So this driver has, at least right now, no intention to stop.
No, and the thing about it, as we were talking about, no airship overhead.
Right.
And we know why they pulled back in that respect, and no patrols on the ground behind this vehicle. But, for other drivers out there, for other motorists, that, when you hear the sirens, that might make you look up, you know what I mean? Or you're looking in your rearview mirror and you see that there's this person that's coming up between you. Just, when we saw him go between those two cars, it was horrible. It almost looked like he was going to crash right into them. There's an airship there. I mean, that had to make you feel very uncomfortable, but the reason they pulled back is, Des was saying, they're just trying to get this person to kind of de-amp,
like
so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
And I'll tell you, Pat, I'm sure you've experienced this too, leaving the studio here in the evening.
You got him, Des. Right in the middle of our screen there. Okay.
Yeah, going up into a pretty affluent area now on Glen Oaks, where it creeps up into the Verdugo Hills here, northeast of the 2 freeway, and on Glen Oaks Boulevard. And so this is going to head up into the hills, which is really Glen Oaks, I believe, does dead end up at the very top, but it's going to get kind of steep and windy if he continues. And now we're really dangerous with these speeds. We're in a residential zone and no headlights, clearly trying to lose the police, but the streets are going to get narrow. You've also got, it's only one lane in each direction. You've got cars parked on the side of the road as well. And, still not seeing any of the ground units in on this one, but this is getting really, really difficult to keep up with. And there's the helicopter spotlight, which tells me that they do want to re-engage. I think they realize that they can't allow this to go on without a spotlight. We're getting into a pretty dark area right now as we get up into the hills of Glendale. Pretty nice neighborhood here. There's a couple of golf courses in the area as well. Could be places for this person to ditch their vehicle. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe they're headed somewhere they know, or to a friend's house, or just an area with a lot of trees up in a hilly area where they think that they can ditch the vehicle. We'll see what happens, but you have to wonder if that's what they're thinking.
And as you mentioned, it is dangerous also for this driver, who, especially if you don't know the area very well.
Yeah.
And it's very hilly. Now they're turning behind some trees. Back out, Des. We see, boy, they're on the ground now. They're right behind this car. Slow down a bit, though, Des. Juan, do you notice that?
Yeah, slow down quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely slow down. I wonder if he's
hitting
hitting a dead end or just an area he's or she is unfamiliar with. And look how slow now this driver's going.
This is a hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2012 Prius. And right, just when we made this turn up here, slammed on the brakes, and yeah, look at this, we're at a dead end now. Now, this driver's already gone into a dead end once before and evaded the police, but it's going to be a lot more difficult. And look, we have someone right here, just an innocent person, and here comes the end of a pursuit coming up on him. So
wow.
LAPD is going to ask them to get out of the way. They're acting awfully casual right now, though. What is
very cavalier
going on?
It's two people.
LAPD is begging them to get out of the way. But we're stopped here. It looks like at a utility road, maybe a fire road, and this driver is cornered. So we'll see here if we're going to see hands out the window and complying. But it should hopefully, the only option left for this crazy driver.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. Interesting for that couple
Doors
who was
opening, guys.
Enjoying the evening there. Suddenly have police and a pursuit right there in front of them. And here he goes opening the driver's side of the Prius.
It hasn't thrown out the keys yet. It's got one hand out the door.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, and once again, the super dark tinted windows. So we're not sure how many people are in this vehicle. Obviously, they're going to go. They have to assume that there may be other people in the vehicle. So once this person complies and gets down and they get them in handcuffs, then they'll come up to the passenger side with weapons drawn and attempt to clear the vehicle. But at least the danger to the public is over at this point, because that was getting really hair-raising there on surface streets.
And our friends on social media, I'm getting so many people on Twitter saying, who steals a Prius? Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have the identity of this person yet, or exactly why they did what they did, but this has come to an end. Do we know the name of the street, Desmond, or this cul-de-sac? I know you said this was getting up into the Verdugo Hills area.
I thought I heard him say Shoal Canyon. This is up off of Glen Oaks Boulevard, up near the very top here. But yeah, interesting too. This driver was so lucky. I mean, they were driving this Prius like it was a Jaguar F-Type, like it was a sports car or something like that. And it's just amazing that this driver did not lose control. Priuses do not handle very well, especially being driven the way that this suspect was driving. So really a minor miracle that this did not end with an innocent person getting injured.
Yeah, you're right, Desmond. They are so light in order to just make it fuel efficient and battery efficient. So yeah, it can be a little loud inside the Prius as well. So this driver, did a pretty good job of driving at such high speeds, as you said. Not an easy car to maneuver.
Except the crash that he got into, right? The collision. And do we know, Desmond, can you reiterate for us, did it crash into another vehicle, or do we know if it was something else that he had a collision with?
We just know that there was the one for sure early on in the pursuit, and then when they got underneath us and we had to widen out, they might have, what as they say, traded paint with another vehicle. Didn't see any other additional damage to that vehicle. I believe this is Edwards Place, just off of Glen Oaks, up near the top of the Shoal Canyon area and the hiking trails up in that area. So they've come and cleared the vehicle. I believe I saw the 4 fingers, which means a code 4, and we can call this one an all clear up in the hills of Glendale.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Desmond. And we're going to call that a code 4 and move on to some very important news. The Super Bowl, of course. So let's bring in our Jamie Maggio.
Time now for the AT&T Sports Report.
Well, I'm happy we get to give this news report because this is important. It is Super Bowl week, Super Bowl 56, just 4 days away as the Rams will take on the Cincinnati Bengals at SoFi Stadium. Now, the Rams needed a late comeback to beat the 49ers. Cincinnati rallied from an 18-point deficit to knock off the Chiefs. The Rams will have their hands full trying to navigate the Bengals defense, which has forced 7 turnovers.
Live from ABC 7, this is Eyewitness News.
Do not adjust your set. It is the middle of winter here in Southern California, which today means shorts, t-shirts, sunblock, and hot Santa Ana winds blowing from the San Fernando Valley to the IE and
So you see that like Edison plant that is coming up like right off the nose? You see that Edison plant that is coming up right off the nose? Okay, so we're shooting an alleyway just to the east of that. So the alley we need is this one. Okay, yeah, this alley. Assignment desk from Alpha. We're on scene for Hetty's B-roll request. So the story here is this is connected to a shooting that happened about 2 years ago, and they don't have the shooter yet, so they're trying to get the public to call in if they know anything. Is the alley. So I'm going to push in on the alley now. Yeah, so, okay, cool. Copy. So this is the alley south of 98th Street between Central and Pace. And in the surveillance video, there is a power pole, so I think it's this power pole here. So it looks like the shooting would have been right here. Okay. I'm going to widen out and give it to you with the map as well, so that you have that. And gonna push in on the alley one more time. Alrighty, I think we got it. Can you start heading towards Venice? Thanks. Jack, I got your note about the Venice shooting, so we'll go get that next. Copy that. I'll give you an ETA here in just a sec. So, Sorrow, I called it Venice, but technically it's Marina del Rey. Not far from the pier. It's going to be just off of the Venice pier, but inland, so between the pier and the marina. This was a shooting from earlier. Assignment desk from Alpha. I just texted you something. Can you look at it? Okay, so it'll be right off the nose, Sarah. Copy that. We're just arriving now. We're almost there. It's going to be right off the nose in just a mile. So it'll be like the northwest corner of the marina on Washington Boulevard, which is the major that runs just on the north side of the marina. And the police activity most likely already cleared, but we'll just get the intersection and some people walking around. Yeah. Yeah, if only they knew. Pretty windy out here, huh? And Jack, here's a proximity shot with the Venice Pier. Great. I don't have the address for the valley thing yet. Where is it? Great, I just got it. Okay, we're going to a barricade inside of the 99-cent store on Laurel Canyon. That's the one by Whiteman. What are you looking at? The bus depot? Or, oh, it looks like it's a drive-in theater. That's cool. Sponsored by Peacock. That's, yeah. That's neat. Alrighty. So this is going to be Laurel Canyon on the, like Laurel Canyon and Van Owen. So it'll be on the west side of Burbank Airport. Yeah, pretty close to the 170 though. So if you just want to shoot up the 170, it'll be like 170 at Van Owen, but the store's on Laurel. It should be Laurel Canyon at Van Noen. So just to the right of the 170. So north of us by 2 miles. Think that's the store there. Yeah, think that's gonna be it. The old Macy's. Okay, there we go. I see the officers. Assignment desk, we're on scene. Yeah, I think so. What did you say? What did you say? Okay, so they're taking the yellow tape down. Assignment desk from Alpha, we got a little B-roll, and it looks like the scene is about to clear. Alrighty. Well, I guess we can clear out of here, Sorrow, because the officers are leaving. You got it, Jack. Yeah, the officers are clearing out, so we'll move along. wherever you would like. We don't, Jack, because there was a building obstructing it. So we didn't get the crash happening. We did catch the guy running right before he was taken into custody. And then, we have the aftermath. Okay, you got it. Perfect. We can move on. Thank you. They have some signs, but no sign on the top yet. Oh, really? Do you think we'll make it to 11:15? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Live from SoFi Stadium, this is the NBC4 News.
Will this be the run that brings home the gold medals?
Tonight at the Winter Olympics, seeing gold.
Two incredibly difficult tricks and ending things with the 1080. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Team USA dominates on the snow and the ice.
Chloe Kim and Nathan Chen take home gold. And they did it in a big way. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Chuck Henry. We are also streaming live right now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. And here we are at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The whole gang at 11 o'clock is here. Just 4 days till the Super Bowl. And half a world away, this was quite a day for Team USA at the Winter Olympics.
Let's get right to NBC4's Lolita Lopez at our Winter Olympics Plaza. Lolita.